Then cognizance of offence. Yes, no court shall take cognizance unless and otherwise there is a complaint by or under the authority of the appropriate government. So I think automatically they will not take cognizance. There must be a complaint, but the complaint will be made by the controlling authority, and the controlling authority will be authorized by the appropriate government to do so. So this will arise if the gratuity is not paid in time. So here it is mentioned as 6 months. If you go through the second point, if the gratuity is not paid or recovered within 6 months from the expiry of the prescribed time, the appropriate government can authorize the controlling authority to make a complaint. Again, the controlling authority, once he gets the authorization, within 15 days, he has to make a complaint to the magistrate. Then the all processes will start, right? So basically, there must be a complaint without which nobody takes cognizance. Nobody can take cognizance. Then protection of gratuity, again, it cannot be attached. So it is a statutory right. This is to be paid in full to the individual employee, except for the causes which are mentioned for forfeiture. Otherwise, it is not liable for attachment for any execution of any degree, either by civil code or by revenue code or by criminal code. It is not possible. Again, there is a case law I have mentioned. Gratuity payable to an employee is not at all liable to be attached for satisfaction of a decree passed against him. Again, this is by Supreme Court, Calcutta Dock Labour Board. This is Sandhya Mitra, 1985 case. You can go through that. Then overriding effect. Suppose if a state government is coming up with similar legislation, similar to payment of gratuity, it is possible. But if some of the provisions are repugnant to the provisions found in the central law, then the central law alone will provide. Right. So if there is some contradiction, then the one in central law will provide. That is the idea here. The right to claim gratuity by an employee is not based on any contract, but is a right which arises out of the statute. As I said, for the bonus, automatically here also, irrespective of whether you are making the mention about gratuity payment in the appointment order or not, the right is there, it arises out of the statute. If the statute is otherwise applicable to the establishment as well as to the individual employees, and the individual employee becomes eligible, then the right automatically arises out of the statute, right? No other document is required. And a state act on the subject of gratuity, even if it has received the president's assent, would be void to the extent it is directly repugnant to the payment of gratuity act. So the central act will provide if there is some repugnancy with other provisions. Then coming to penalty for non-payment of gratuity, imprisonment up to 2 years. And but of course, for some delay, I think 10% simple interest currently it is levied. But if it is not paid for a long time, I think then they can go for severe action. And for any other contravention, up to 1 year imprisonment or fine up to 20,000 or with both. It is there. Again, as per the current provisions, right? When I think this payment of gratuity is a social security, so it is included under Code on Social Security. If that comes up, I think this will be severe. Again, FAQs, there is a doubt about payment of gratuity to contract workers also. Yes, for gratuity also, the contract workers are not entitled, right? Principal employers need not pay. But except in Tamil Nadu, because there is a judgment by the Madras High Court, in Madras MRL case, it says that if the contractor fails to pay the gratuity to his worker, the liability will pass on to the principal employer. So in my opinion, it is not a sound judgment, but still it is to be followed since it is given by the Madras High Court. So otherwise, I think there is a contra judgment even by Kerala High Court, Communico Binane case, which clearly says both for bonus and gratuity, the same judgment case law you can go through, which clearly says no, the principal employer is not entitled for payment of either gratuity or bonus to contract workers, right? So the liability will rest with only the contractor. That is what it says. Again, can it be part of CTC? Yes, it can be, but let us be very, very clear again, because if you want to just leave it at it that the right of getting the gratuity arising from the statute, you just leave it. Don't mention it in the appointment order. But for some reason, if you want to make a mention, yes, do that. But as I said, for bonus, please get it drafted by maybe well-renowned advocate, so that even though tomorrow if there are some changes happening in the respective legislations, that could also support you automatically, right? It should be in that fashion. And part-time workers, yes, if they have worked for more than 5 years, definitely they are also entitled for gratuity. It is possible.